yet.
Chaos dragon close to our heart, fires burning wild, tearing us apart. In the shadows we find our start, dancing with danger, playing our part. Wings of fury slicing the night, tales of legend lost in flight. Whispers of power hidden from sight, embracing the chaos with all our might. Chaos dragon, feel the roar, breaking shackles forevermore. From ashes rise will soar, in your flame we find our core. Burning bright like wild fantasy, echoes of past now set us free. Riding on winds of destiny, finding truth in the debris. With every blaze we understand, holding tight to the beast's hand. In this fire we make a stand, love and chaos go hand in hand. Chaos dragon, feel the roar, breaking shackles forevermore. From ashes rise will soar, in your flame we find our core. Chaos dragon, feel the roar, breaking shackles forevermore. From ashes rise will soar, in your flame we find our core.
Hello everyone, and welcome. Sorry for the, once again, almost month hiatus. Life has gotten away from me. I've had to start a job, and it has been somewhat difficult to actually maintain my life. My sleep schedule is a spiraling mess and all that fun jazz. But I hope you all have had a lovely month. I am currently Kabibo! Congrats on the first. Let's see. I'm coming through fine. Perfect. I'm currently deafened in the Discord while I do this spiel, but I've finally got a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign up and running, and my character looks like they are drunk or something. But yeah. Let's get a shout out to my lovely life, Serena Magic. She is also streaming, so we are having a shared chat. Oh god, why am I... You know what, fine. It can look like I'm just looking down on my players. That is an image that I will support, I guess. Not really, but I guess. Anyway, I hope you all are doing lovely, and let's bring in the other people.
Please tell me I'm not going to get stuck in a loop.
You're always stuck in a loop.
Hey guys, did you know it was spreads? Hey guys, did you know it was spreads?
But let's go ahead and take a moment to have all the players introduce themselves. I am going to start from right to left with this setup. So we are going to start with Tinky Kitty.
think they said they were setting something up and be right back.
Ah. Okay, then we'll start left to right. So we will be starting with Radiant.
I am the one known as Cole. I will be playing a half-elven wizard. Uh, what else do you want to know? Do you want to know more about characters or?
No, we'll handle that in game. My
Okay.
I now know my character model is messing up because my camera got spun around, and now Samira is sitting in front of my camera, so it can't track me.
It's like something a cat would do.
Also, I love how I had the door shut to keep Tails out of my bedroom. Not out of my bedroom, out of the office. Do you want to know where Tails was?
In your office.
In the office, yes.
Wow, imagine him being in the office and not just causing issues immediately.
I mean, he was sleeping on the couch. That happens all the time.
I know, I know.
Okay. Rena, time to introduce you. Because no
Hey,
one
I'm
in my chat
Serena
knows who you
Magic.
are.
No one knows who I am. I am her lovely wife, and I am going to be playing a commander in this game. I'm actually playing a human too, so both things that are somewhat new to me. Woo!
When you're not used to being a human.
Well, it is now your turn, Cause.
I go by Kaz in gaming circles, and I'll be playing a hobgoblin geneticist.
Oh, wow. Columbus just now figured out how to get into mod view on Twitch.
That's great.
Okay, and we are waiting for Laytanky.
Oh, I have an ad break anyway that's going to be ending in like 20 seconds, so. Speed up a bit. That's slightly better. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not with this group. I probably won't be preparing the shields up tactic. So I have a feeling that none of y'all have any shields, including the shield spell.
Yep.
Which reminds me, in my infinite wisdom of trying to get everything prepared, I forgot to pull up your character sheets.
Tomorrow should have like access to familiars.
Yep. Trust me, if you, especially if you plan on GMing a Pathfinder 2e campaign, the premium edition is nice. The only thing that sucks is you
Sorry,
have
I'm
to
back.
pay. Welcome back. The only thing that sucks is you have to pay separately for the mobile app and the piece and the desktop app. But that only matters if you plan on using it on both.
I technically bought both a while back.
Back when it was only $5.
Yep. It went up by a whole $2.
But welcome back, Tanky. I'm having all the players introduce themselves, so it's your turn.
Like the player or the character?
The player.
I'm Sophie. I was their roommate for a while. I don't know what I can say on stream, but yeah, I'm also not super used to Pathfinder.
Ditto.
It seems my bid to build up time for me to finish my burger failed.
That would be too easy.
And
It's okay.
the love.
I've got 3 sandwiches right in front of me, so you're good.
So the adorable munchkin you hear in the background is mine and Rena's nephew. I'm guessing from background wife that it's Cooper.
The one closest to me is Cooper. But you could have had the one talking right now is Cooper. They both still have fairly high voices.
Yep, they're both adorable. They're both munchkins. They're both absolute menaces.
They can be.
I'm just glad they're not Parnells, because then that might break you. Anyhow, so this is session 0/session 1. What does that mean? Well, I've never been quite sure, because most of the times I've gone to a session 0, it's turned into a full-blown session 1. But ideally, it's cleanup on character creation. Obviously, there's always going to be little holes or whatever as we go along. We'll be like, hey, we need to decide this about your background, or hey, how does this work? As a lot of people have stated, most of us are relatively new to Pathfinder 2e. I have DM'd 2 campaigns that have gone more than 2 sessions in Pathfinder 2nd edition, but neither of them I have yet to run a campaign period to completion. So I still consider myself a baby DM, even though I've been DMing for the last 12 years. I just made myself feel old.
You are old.
Pretty sure I'm older.
Yes, you are by 2 years.
Rena, your character takes 2 psychic damage. Anywho, Ryan, can I ask you to mute real quick?
You mean mental damage?
Yes, mental damage. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Pathfinder has recently divorced itself from the open license, and by recently I mean within the last 4 years at this point. And so there'll be a lot of things where you'll hear one or more of us use the D&D term when it is no longer the D&D term, or even the old Pathfinder term. So for example, in Pathfinder First Edition and for the longest time Pathfinder Second Edition, we you had positive and negative damage, which was the realm of positive and the realm of negative. That is now vital and void damage. So vital damage will actually heal people but damage undead, whereas void will heal undead and damage people. And both have no
Wow,
effect
undead
on
erasure here.
constructs.
Undead aren't people. Got it.
No, they were people. It's the only racism that works past tense, apparently.
Anyways, so there might be some terminology mix-ups. There will definitely be periods of time where I'll have to be like, wait, I need to look that up in terms of rules and stuff. Because I am Baby DM. I do not claim to have everything memorized. That is what the internet is for. So, about the setting itself. My party, may me have mercy on their soul, are about to set forth in a war-torn world. This world has been experiencing a war set forth by the gods for the last 3,000 plus years. Galu, the god of light, has been running an endless campaign to eradicate darkness from the world. And so he learned that he was not able to destroy the god of darkness without destroying himself. The universe has a self-inflicted checks and balances system that basically means if a god kills their counterpart, they die as well. And so, in a expert strategic move, he sealed Dorsha in the land and created a giant magic circle with which to do so, created a living seal to keep the seal in power, and basically made it to where the god of darkness cannot influence the world anymore, and raised an entire nation with the sole purpose of continuing this war on his behalf. Radiant Revenant, thank you for the follow. You're in the VC, so I'm not going to do the whole spiel because, D&D. And I'm going to try to keep replies and stuff to the chat, so that way we're not breaking up the flow of the game too terribly much. But anyhow, so we are starting this little adventure on a freshly minted noble branch leader. Our glorious kingdom, Rifle Galanau, has 4 noble houses. Just recently, a young woman was forced to take lead of a minor branch of the House of War well before she is supposed to. Most house leaders, they don't take control of a branch until they're in their 30s or 40s. But we now zoom in on a young lady of 20 who just had to sacrifice her dream in order to become leader of her house's branch, as her mentor passed away unexpectedly and very early. So, Rena, let's introduce your character.
Sorry, brain. I was like, wait, how do I do this? How do I introduce? We have Commander Brynhildr Charlemagne. Today being a fairly normal day in the capital, she is wearing more more so normal garb than her fully plated armor. Well, not full plate, but blah. Her red hair is pulled up into a bun out of her face, and she has a symbol on a banner that is currently attached at her waist that is of an Arctic fox.
Contrary to what my lovely wife just said, today is not a day like any other day.
I mean, how was I supposed to know that? You didn't tell me that.
Get surprised.
I was about to get to that.
Sorry.
While it felt like a... God damn it. Sorry. I know I'm trying to keep Twitch chat out of the VC stream, but it just cracked me up. Anyway. While it seems like a day like any other day, she has received an unusual summons. While in your office doing the ever-lasting paperwork that comes with being a head of a house, you receive a summons from the head of the House of War, Rice himself. How do you proceed?
I immediately follow the summons, finishing up, like, if I was in the middle of, like, a piece of work, just finishing it up, and then setting it aside, and moving to the head's office.
As you approach the head's office, you notice a somewhat unusual amount of activity surrounding it. Instead of the standard 2 guards, there are 6 guards at the head at Rice's office. 4 of which you notice are not wearing House of War banners, but rather one of the other noble houses, the House of Art and Knowledge. As you approach the door, they all look at you, see your banner, and give a minor salute before letting you into the office. Inside the office, you are greeted by a very untypical sight. Not only is the head of the House of War there, but so too is the head of the House of Knowledge, as well as a trip key that you're not very familiar with. For those of you who don't know, chat, trip keys are frog folk. They are small creatures, although in D&D being small just means size category. They can stand up. They can be up to 8 feet tall. They're just really, really fucking tiny, and they're rarely do they ever stand to their full 8 feet tall thing. You know how like a frog looks tiny when it's just crunched up, but when it's fully stretched out, oh my god, why is it a foot long? That's basically a trip key in human form, or human proportion. This very vibrant blue trip key is accompanied by a red hobgoblin. And on that note, Kaz, it is time to introduce your character.
Hello, like I've described, red hobgoblin, kind of wearing just studded leather, a bunch of double feathers. If he's kind of kept it, he's been here a few months, but he's carrying a staff. Most goblins are typically this one is as was described, and then his staff there's like a little blue gem in it. He's just standing.
And for those of you who are paying attention to the screen, you can see the hobgoblin in question as Kaz's Fujitech. Rice will speak up first and go, "Ah, yes, niece. Good of you to join us. It seems that we are being given a rather... I don't know how to say this. We're in a unique situation. You are being requested. Specifically, you are to go to the castle. Yes, the castle. You are going to be meeting the Immortal King. The Immortal King, the ruler of the kingdom for the last 3,000 years, and the living embodiment of the Seal of Dorsha, and Galu's utmost authority on this planet. The Immortal King has been bound to his throne room for the last 3,000 years, as he cannot leave it without weakening the seal, and it is his eternal duty to maintain the seal on the dark god Dorsha. And so, with that, I need to address something else that I forgot. But Kepa, whenever you see Brunhilde enter the room, it's just for a second, but you believe you see a dragon's visage enter the room with her.
You said I saw a dragon's visage walk in?
Walk in alongside Brunhilde, almost as if it is overlapping her.
Watch your tablet.
I turned to the Crypty. He's like, seeing things, or is there something dragony about?
Fergo, the Trip Key, will look at K-Paw. Well, she is a dragon rider, or well, was meant to be a dragon rider. She still rides Drake, but that's, slightly different. At this point, the head of the House of Art and Knowledge will look at Brunhilde and say, "Ah, yes, niece, so great to see you. This is Fergo and his apprentice K-Paw. K-Paw came to us about 3 months ago to begin training to become a proper kineticist. In such a short time, he has grown significantly and has at least some mastery over the elemental planes of fire and water. He is to join you on this adventure. I'm not sure why, but the Immortal King has specifically requested the both of you."
And she'll give kind of a formal nod or salute and be like, "Understood."
Exactly. But, great.
I'm sorry, Ryan, what was that?
He turns, he kind of whispers to her, like, exactly. Boom. I won't correct him.
This is not good. When he is using his character voice, he is significantly quieter than his actual voice.
I can also speak up.
You can what?
I was also trying to whisper to her character. I
Okay.
can do stage whisper. I'm not used to streaming. I'm not Critical Role, so I'm not used to that.
Yeah, Critical Role also has way better sound equipment than we do.
Yeah, that's true.
And also has trained voice actors with proper like microphone experience just in general.
And
It's
you
like-
know, not having to keep little ones' voices out of the background.
Like, I would love it if I could reach the level
trying
of
to
Critical
talk to
Role.
me and trying to get me to do stuff, and I'm like, hold on.
But
Anyways, he whispered to her, saying, "It's actually like explosion," but I don't correct him.
you don't correct who? Virgo or I mean not Virgo. Charlotte, Chaucer or
Whoever said KP or P.
But you won't have to every time.
I think it was Chaucer talking. I think it was her leader talking. Head of the House
Nope.
of War.
no, it was the head of Art and Knowledge that was introducing you. The head of the Art of War is only vaguely aware of your existence.
Aw, compliment.
Anywho,
But
it is around this time that we will zoom out of the Manor of War and zoom into one of the castle gates, where a certain mage who has spent the last bit of time in the wilds on a hunt is returning to the capital. Oh, I have your character name. Why is it blanking on me? Kagan, you're at the castle walls, a familiar situation as you have spent a lot of your recent life in attached to the Manor of Art and Knowledge. Sorry, the Manor of War. When one of the guards approaches you and says, "Ah, you have a familiar air about you, but I can't quite place it. Papers, please."
As I pull out my ID, I say, I'm a little busy. Can you hurry this along?
He'll look at your ID, look at the back, and notice the stamp of the House of War and go, "Oh, yes, getting back from a mission, I'm guessing. Well, there's some sort of uneasy air going on in the capital right now. The ghost hauntings have increased recently, and no one knows why. Do please watch yourself, and Galu's light guide you. And let's go ahead and address the fact that I forgot to say that to ask you to introduce your character."
Oh, all right, yeah, let's do that. Well, if you're not paying attention to the little character bit that I've got going on the stream, you can see he's a man with elven features. He looks mostly human, except for his big, floppy elven ears. He wears just brownish buckskin leather under his robe. Traveling alongside him is a white fox with incandescent cyan eyes. He has brown hair, slicked back, almost tied back into a low ponytail. Carries a staff. Also has two books with him. One looks like a spell book, and one looks like a just a personal journal. And then a small pouch.
It is at this point I want to point out that the fact that Brunhilde's banner and Kagan's familiar both being Arctic foxes is completely coincidental. There was no
It really
collaboration
is.
between players for this.
Yeah. I love it though. We'll make it a bonding point. Maybe. Okay, so where were we?
So Kagan, the guard motions you in, and you realize that the figure from your dream didn't exactly give you a starting point beyond just the capital and to find the visage of the dragon. So, how would you like to proceed? You know the city decently well due to your 3 years of living in at the Manor of War.
I guess I would try to do my best to try to search around where some of the dragon riders, I think, would hang out.
So the
If that
dragon
is something, yeah.
the
If
dragon
that's something my character would know.
your character would definitely know. Dragon riders are very friendly with the House of Merlin. And so you would know that your best bet then would probably be to use the portals to get to the Manor of War. Though you might be a little cautious given that you're technically on leave currently.
All right. I still would probably go. Regardless of getting caught and sent back to camp and training.
Okay, so you go to the familiar building at the side of the gate, go to the portal for the House of War, and as you step through, even though you've been through portals countless times in your time at the House of War, this time feels a little uneasy. You arrive and almost immediately just walk smack into a entourage of a young noble lady, a red hobgoblin, a blue trip key, and not one but 2 heads of the 4 houses.
I immediately think to myself, did the portal fail?
The portal did not fail. However, you happen to have amazing or unfortunate timing, depending on how you want to look at it. Let's see. So I'm going to need you, Brunhilder, and Kaboom. Kaboom? Kapa? Ka. To roll reflex saves.
Like kaboom. Like,
I'm sorry, what kind of save?
Reflex.
Okay.
ooh, 22.
That was a 10.
We have a humble 8.
Okay, so Kpa, you managed to just push yourself away as you see while my brain fits, as you see a half-elf and the recently met Lady Brunhilder just slam right into each other. They both fall prone and take 1 point of non-lethal damage.
As I jump
That
back,
doesn't
I'm like,
make a good
where you going, man?
impression.
Okay, 2 people talked at once, and I was like, I don't know what happened.
Just like you would at an actual D&D table.
Right?
Okay, what did Bryn say?
Certainly that doesn't make a good impression.
Oh, of course not. I just walk into a portal, and then next thing I know, I'm walking into another person.
Was it your first time? First time's a doozy.
No, it is not
Virgo
my first time.
will look at K-Paw and go, "Not everyone explodes the first time they go through a portal."
That was the second time. The first time I just slightly caught on fire.
Okay.
With that statement, Kagan, you may roll a occultism check if you would like.
Okay. That would be a 19.
Okay, with the 19, you can't pinpoint exact theories, but you sense magic in the air, but not the magic you're used to. It feels almost like it's planar magic.
Still planar magic. Did something go wrong with the magic? And I'm still trying to figure out why I showed up here and not where I was trying to go. Or is this where I was trying to go?
This is where you're trying to go. You're at the
Okay.
Manor of War.
Okay.
But Bryn will right herself and then offer a hand to I forgot your name. But
Yeah, it's Kagan.
offer a hand to Kagan. Well, not to be done about it. I'm not going to pretend to know how your magic works.
When I'm in control of it, it usually works pretty effectively. But this wasn't my magic at hand. As you see, a small white fox also trying to help me up.
Oh boy, I feel like I should look at this.
I mean, to be fair, those would be some really large shot glasses.
Oh, time to ban a bot.
Yep.
And I just accidentally closed the collab tab, so I don't know if our shared chat is still going or not.
I'm gonna send both
Yeah,
of
it
you
looks
something.
like it. Oh no.
It's to automatically ban bots.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, Siri.
Yep.
Yeah, I know about it. I've been lazy in setting it up.
It's surprisingly very easy.
Oh yes, the table does make it look like we are doing shots, babe.
They're meant to be glasses of water.
Shots. Everybody. Da 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 da
It,
da 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 da.
if Dispatch has taught me anything, water and vodka look very, very similar.
If high school has taught me anything, water and vodka look very similar.
You follow the ice. And if there's ice in the vodka, you're fucked.
I mean, why would immigration be in your vodka?
Why not? They tend to break into wherever the fuck they want to go.
Okay. Anyway.
How is the casting of magic viewed, like, inside of, like, neutral ground or house grounds?
It depends. Like, obviously, if you attempt to cast an offensive spell, you're going to be detained and questioned. But if you're just, like, casting a spell to, like, heal a wound or fix your uniform after an incident, then you're fine.
I am indeed going to begin casting Prestidigitation to tidy myself.
If you catch something on fire, you'll get drenched in water.
K-Paw has learned that experience twice over. But, so, the head of the House of Art and Knowledge, who, if I haven't introduced properly yet is Avery Chaucer, will look at... Oh god, my brain is short-circuiting. We'll look at Kagan. Kagan, I don't know if we addressed it, but did you have the familiar while you were doing training in the House of Merlin?
Yes.
Okay, he will look at you and go, "Ah, yes, Kagan. I recognize you from the reports. I thought you were on leave."
It was just a little bit of a calling back to the city, back to the main castle.
Reese will speak up and go, "Chaucer, why are you keeping tabs on the branch of Merlin? You know that is for military matters and not your academic studies." And then he'll look at you and go, "Kagan, it's good to see you, and impeccable timing. I'm not sure how, but granted, no one really knows what exactly goes on through the old man's head, but you have been summoned as well, so if you could please accompany us."
I suppose I shall.
Going through Brynhilder's head, just because you're in-laws doesn't mean you need to bicker like siblings.
Mommy, thanks for the sub. It took forever to show up, like the Vignon sound effect played, but then nothing showed up in chat and whatnot. But welcome in. Anyway, so Rice and Chaucer will take the lead. They'll go back through the portal, and you'll end up in the gatehouse portal system. And you can walk. They will guide you forward to a gate that you have never ever been in, any of y'all. And he will go, "Okay, so this is a bit unusual. This is technically to the castle proper. However, due to the recent expansion..." Oh, God! Mommy did it again.
Thank you, Mommy.
Mommy gifted 20 subs to my chat, and
I saw it.
yeah. She does this occasionally. She likes making streamers cry. Anywho, I'm going to do my best to keep myself collected because we are streaming a D&D, well, Pathfinder 2e game. So, because of the recent hauntings, we're worried that something might be going on with the other magic systems within the city. So we'll be going through a lesser-known path to get to the castle. Or rather, you all will. Having two of the heads of houses show up at the castle unexpected might cause more of a commotion. So this is where we will leave you. But we wish you best of luck. And niece, I request that you debrief me on what the exact nature of your mission is before you head out. Boop, I have been booped, chat.
Understood.
Chaucer. Ah! What just happened?
Hype train.
No,
Hype train happened.
not a hype train. Another 20 subs.
Make it rain.
Well, in my thing, it's showing a level 7 hype train.
No, there is a level 7 hype train because Mommy gifted another. Okay. I get it. I'm loved. I am valued and appreciated. Ah!
Yeah.
21. Blackjack.
Ay.
Okay, so Chaucer will look at K-Paw and go, I will not need such a debriefing. Rice, you can always be so uptight at times. They might not even be allowed to debrief you on their mission before they have to head out. But with that, I shall take my leave. And he just gives a small bow before walking off. Rice will do a proper military salute before turning around and going, you know, not everything has to be a competition with you.
DM, what would you say my relationship with Rice would be? Is just soldier to leader, or does Rice know me a little bit?
So Rice is one of those people that you get the feeling they know way more than they should about you. He has always treated you with proper respect, etc. Whereas your experiences with the House of Merlin have been tainted by Commander Vane, what you know of Rice, he is a very respectable and honorable person. And you probably would have felt compelled to approach him if he wasn't, the head of the house when it comes to your misgivings with Commander Vane.
Oh, okay. No, I will carry on then.
High tails.
So, Mommy, Karma, you make me cry, your computer crashed. Remember that from now on. That's not going to stop her, folks. Anywho, what do you mean by who's the cute storm lady?
Think Tanky, maybe?
Huh?
I don't know. Mommy's doing mommy things. She likes collecting kiddos and cuties. Anywho, so you walk through the gate, and inside is a magic portal that Kagan, roll Arcana.
I love Arcana.
I mean, your Arcana and Occultism are the same, so.
It would be a 25.
Fable 2, midget.
Talking about my character?
She might be talking about K-Paw.
Oh.
Whose name I'm never going to pronounce properly, by the way, Ryan. Just so you know. Anywho,
It's alright.
Kagan. With a 25, you recognize that there are 5 additional layers of security to this magic circle.
Okay.
Um,
Trying to do a thing. What this portal was a spell casted whenever we went through?
I'm sorry, could you reword that? Or I don't know if I
What-
didn't process it or understand it.
What the moment we stepped through this portal, was there a casting of a spell?
I mean, not beyond the standard portal spells. Like when you step into a magic circle that's a portal, the magic circle itself will set off the series of spells, but you haven't stepped through it yet.
Okay.
I am giving you a chance to react with your knowledge of, oh shit, we just walked into Fort Knox.
Okay. So there's 5 different types of security on this circle. What? I'm just gonna keep that knowledge to myself.
Okie dokie. So, as you step through the circle, all 5 layers of security and all, you find yourselves feeling that that same level of like something is different. Something feels off. You'll notice it. K. Paul will notice it. Let's see. Does Brynhilder have what she need to notice it?
I mean,
No.
I am trained in occultism. Just
Yeah, but you're not magically attuned. So being
no.
trained in occultism without magic is more of a you have knowledge of occultism.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all step through the portal and you find yourselves in what appears to be a massive garden hedge maze. And while you're not sure where you're supposed to end up, Kagan, you would get an idea that you have somehow been redirected from where you were supposed to go.
Oh, okay, we were redirected from where we were supposed to go. That's what you said. Am I muted?
You are not muted.
No, you were.
Okay. Did you? So, I'm hearing correctly. We were redirected when we stepped through.
That's going to require a separate Arcana check
Okay.
to identify where the point of redirection occurred.
I will attempt it. I don't know if it's going to do me any good.
Yes, Mommy, you're muted. You're always muted, even when you're streaming. Which reminds me, let's go ahead and give her a shout out.
Does a natural one count as a critical failure?
Okay,
It
so
reduces your rate of
Babe,
success.
will you let the
by
DM answer roll
Mm.
questions? So Pathfinder 2e has the degrees of success. So whatever the DC is, if you beat it by 10, you get a crit success. If you fail by 10, you get a crit failure. A nat 20 and a nat 1 will shift the degree of success one level in their direction. So a nat 1 typically means a crit failure. In this case, it would be a double crit failure if you could double crit fail.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
So fun fact. Degrees of success have different things. In Pathfinder 2e, in a knowledge check like this, a critical failure typically means you glean misinformation and believe it to be true. So in this particular case, you are going to believe wholeheartedly that somebody somehow intercepted the spell and purposely redirected you after you stepped through the portal.
They must know about my leave then. I don't think we ended up where we were supposed to end up.
It definitely feels kind of weird here.
And give me 1 second. I am double checking some stuff.
I will leave the magic to you guys. That was not really my forte in my tutelage.
I usually succeed or excelled, but sometimes it's not that great.
I'm kind of figuring mine out. Virgo's been helping a lot.
I understand the usefulness of magic and how to put and the theories of using it in war tactics, but how it works never quite clicked.
Oh, so apparently you look like a dwarf with your character model, babe. You might want to either do an AI or ask Tanky to draw your character so you match the vibe of everyone else.
Fair.
Wait, what's going on?
Just mommy making fun of Rena's Hero Forge.
Hero Forge mini.
So, Kagan has, as far as he knows, discovered that y'all were intercepted mid-portal. I am not reading that out loud, mommy. And so, how do y'all proceed? Y'all are in a garden hedge maze. None of you have ever been in this hedge maze before, so if you attempt to navigate it normally, you will be, well, navigating a maze. And you'll notice that the portal behind you, as a security measure, has locked, so you cannot portal back to the gate.
Is it actually like hedges?
Yes.
You want me to just like burn a hole straight through?
I don't think that should be necessary. Let's let our brains rather than brawn solve this issue. I'll send Cypher, the fox, up to climb one of the top of the hedges.
Seems like it's gonna take a lot.
Okay, I know that you can't update his character sheet yet, but what skills does Cypher have?
That would be something I have to look up because I still haven't researched too much about that. I mean, what did I just do? That might have to be something we come back to.
Okay, then in which case I'm just going to treat this as a flat check, which normally wouldn't be bad, but in this particular case, Cypher approaches the hedges, begins to climb up, and through means you're not entirely sure of right off the bat, you just see his head poke out from the bottom of the hedge after he has climbed all the way up it. Cypher looks around, tilts his head in confusion, and then just crawls back up onto your shoulder.
All right.
At this point, you can get a vague sense that the maze is magic in nature.
Yeah, I have a feeling that with that, I'm guessing I also saw the fox basically go up and then be at the bottom.
Yes. Yes, the entire party has seen that.
Well, I'm gonna guess that with that, I feel like burning down the maze would not work.
Let's see.
Oh,
And he tries
no.
to just barely puts a little bit and sees if it does anything.
Okay, so are we talking elemental blast or just activating your aura, or what are we talking here?
He'd start with activating his aura.
Okay, so you just feel the energies around K-Paw just begin to escalate, and you see sparks of flame and droplets of water appear around him. Will you be doing your elemental blast or any of your impulses?
I don't notice any kind of change, just the aura, then yeah, you just go ahead and try to do a blast right in front of him.
Okay, so you are doing elemental blast. Which element will you be using?
Like fire, fire.
Oh boy. Okay, so as you know, when doing channel elements, you have to. Okay, is it a one? Okay, a one action elemental blast. So you shoot a spout of flame at the hedges, and the fire hits the hedge and immediately rebounds. Roll an attack roll against your AC. What do you mean I'm speaking Minecraft enchantment braille? What?
Not the enchantment table text.
Hold up. Let me channel my inner villager. Meh.
Meh.
Or villager getting hurt.
Is there just a dice button somewhere, or should I just roll a random skill and just add 7?
Oh,
have-
Ryan, you are talking so fast you might need to slow down a bit for other people.
All right, sorry.
And so if you click on spells and click on elemental blast, you can roll the attack through that.
Oh.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Oh,
I was trying to.
No. Yeah, that's what I was laughing at as well. The Mall Yoda guy.
Yes. So K-Paw, you have an additional nickname granted to you by Mommy. You are Mall Yoda. With the
Alright.
fashion sense of Osiris from Destiny 2.
Anyways, I got a 14, and my defense is
18, so not a crit failure, but
18.
not a success. So the fire will rebound, hit you dead in the chest, but disperse into your aura.
I use some of the water to kind of disperse it.
But so Kagan, Brunhilder, you just see this hobgoblin basically ignite the air around him, and the aura is still technically up. So you see the fire in the water just circling about him, and you just see him basically blast a ball of fire forward. It rebound off the hedge and hit him in the chest to no effect. How do y'all react to that?
You know, something I expected. The no effect I did not.
Mostly right. It won't work. But this does, and he raises his staff up in the air and then tries to pick it up from down at his feet.
What are you doing?
He raises his staff up high because he's the fox, and then he tries to pick it up at his feet.
You just have your staff in the air. Love you too, Mommy. Thanks for the lurk.
But it doesn't appear at his feet.
No, it does not.
It worked for them.
We're going to have to solve this maze the old-fashioned way.
Yep, it seems so.
Um,
Good news is I do typically have a fairly good sense of direction.
I know that way is left and that way is right.
yeah, I am going to lead that to you. I will just make a note of where we've been and how many turns we've taken. Essentially, I'm going to give the help action to whoever would make the next check to navigate. If that is a thing.
Oh, before I forget, I forgot to mention this for you, Kagan. When you first see Brunhilde in the portal room, and we'll just say that it kind of escapes your mind with the shock of, all the famous people involved. But now that you've had a chance to settle and think, you'll notice that there's almost a phantom dragon visage overlapping Brunhilde.
Okay. Yeah. Mentally noted.
Well, I guess it's just standing around's not going to solve the maze, so I suppose we should get going.
Yep, pretty good at that. Just go.
Okay,
Okay,
so y'all aren't gonna like this because I just looked at all of y'all's character sheets, but I need a survival check from y'all.
Uh-oh.
I am trained!
All of you are trained. None of you have higher than a +3.
It's a 17.
15.
Oh wait, correction. Kagan is not trained in survival.
Kagan got a natural 20.
Oh,
Mine
Kagan
almost
doesn't-
rolled onto it.
Kagan doesn't give a shit about your fucking trainings.
So, the mage is in fact magical in nature, and
Wait, hold on. Did you just say the mage is in
The
fact?
maze! With
Maze.
a Z.
the maze is in fact magical in nature. And
Guys, the mage is made of mage.
so with that nat 20, you get a failed state.
Okay.
But you do pick up on the fact that as you go through the maze, the turns that y'all are choosing aren't affecting where you're going, per se.
Welcome to the GM Railroad Express. Choo choo.
No.
I know.
What if this is? Can I make an Arcana check for this one?
You may.
Okay.
I mean, you would have figured it
Magical-
out eventually, but that nat 20 on the survival check gave you special insight.
Come on, Kagan needs a new pair of walking shoes.
By the way, how
Oh.
intently are y'all looking about as y'all are doing this? Are you just like going in blind, or are you trying to be cautious?
Oh, I would definitely be trying to be cautious.
Kagan's of the soldier-ish, hunter-ish type nature. He is definitely going to be cautious. Also, there's a 24 Arcana.
Okay, so with that 24 Arcana, you recognize that something is disrupting the flow of the maze, attempting to hold you back and misdirect you. But I need perception checks from Brunhilde and Kagan. I assume K-Paul would not give two flying fucks about being cautious, but I'm not...
No, he's making up for their caution with carefreeness.
Okay.
24.
That would be a 20. Not a natural, but just a 20.
Okay, Kagan, you don't notice anything. Brunhilde, you notice a shadow that has been following you, and the shadow attempts to reach out towards you, but you manage to catch it. I need you to roll a reflex save Brunhilde.
19.
19 versus. Okay. So, Tanky, go ahead and introduce your character as you get caught and Brunhilde grabs your hand as you are trying to pickpocket her.
So you see as the shadowy character sort of comes into focus, the first thing that pops out is the very like deep purple eyes, the silver flowing hair, and then as everything starts coming into focus, you start seeing her like dyed purple leather armor, her pauldrons giving off a slight shimmer from like leather. What is the word? Leather
Stain?
no, it's polish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Either polish or varnish.
Varnish, yeah. And then as you grab her with grab her one hand, she'll like flinch for a second and then immediately put up a fighting stance. And something you might for some people being perceptive, she doesn't look like she's armed.
I'm going to attempt a grapple. Basically, hand behind the back, taken to the ground, arresting kind of maneuver thing. Like, why are you here? Whatever.
Okay, Brunhilde, roll a athletics check.
Yeah.
And don't forget to add 2 to
Backs
the
up.
results since you are not
Yeah.
in your plate mail.
My breastplate, yeah.
Also, K-Paul, for all intents and purposes, it feels
Dirty 20.
to you, it feels as if this person has appeared out of thin air. Kagan, you saw her appear as she was grabbed and whatnot, but she might as well have been invisible to K-Paul.
Yeah, he just all of a sudden sees the commander just grabbing and
And what
That's
was
a dirty
that?
20 for
Dirty
the
20.
grapple.
Okay, 1 second. I am so glad that you can click on a skill and then it'll give you all the actions.
Right?
Okay. Jody, you are successfully grappled. She technically has control of you for the next 6 seconds, but you can attempt an escape.
She'll just like say I'd say quietly enough just for Brunhilde to hear. It's like I should have known this wouldn't be as easy as normal jobs. I mean, you are noble born, noble kin, like noble standing. I don't know the word. I don't know the character lore fully.
I would like to point out that you all have noticed, like, when this all occurred, Kagan almost instantly morphed his right hand into a clawed hand.
A job, is it? Specifically targeting me?
Perhaps. And then she'll make a what am I rolling?
To escape.
Yeah.
seriously, guys, I cannot stress enough how much I love Path Builder, because it has all the actions just right there for you to scroll through. Escape. You attempt to escape from being grabbed, immobilized, or enchained. Or restrained. Choose one creature, object, spell, effect, hazard, or other impediment imposing any of those conditions on you. Attempt a check using your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect. This is typically the athletics DC of a creature grabbing you, the thievery DC of a creature who tied you up, the spell DC for a spell effect, or the listed escape DC of an object, hazard, or whatever. You can attempt an acrobatics or athletics checks instead of using your attack modifier if you choose, but this attack still has the attack trait. So, for you, it is same difference if you use your unarmed attack or acrobatics.
So that is a, what is it, +7?
Yes.
That is a 25.
Yeah.
So
Not quite a crit. Actually, yeah, no, that is a crit success.
Gotta love stat monkeys.
yeah, I was about to say, babe, your
I'm like, wait, no.
your
that's-
athletics is your athletics DC is a 14 without armor.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I beat it on the die. It was 18.
Well, 10 above is a crit success. You get free and remove the grabbed, immobilized, and restrained conditions imposed by your chosen target. You can then stride up to 5 feet. So you slip out and get 5 feet away.
Yeah. After saying like maybe, she knocks you off of her and then just immediately goes into a fighting stance and then just goes, you know, I don't particularly know why they need something from you so badly, but it's what I gotta do. No hard feelings.
So we got a
Take
jumpy wizard with a claw. Brunhilde trying to act all cool. K-Paw, how are you reacting to all this?
At first, he's person appeared out of nowhere, so he's just kind of. She just started grappling somebody, and he's like, "I wouldn't really be considered that noble." And then, who needs what now?
I look over to. Is it Kaboom? Is that how you're trying to say your name?
It's like the P is like a mini explosion. It's like
Kapa.
Kapow.
Kap.
Okay. Kap. I am looking over at you, and I'm saying you must have missed it because this thief here just tried to steal something. Speaking of which, I would stand down the hostility before you get a nasty little scar on your pretty face.
He'll just give you a look and just go, Well, actually, how would I say this?
I don't know. I'm not psychic.
And she'll let it slide and just go, look. All I need is the ring, and we both can be rid of each other. I don't want to be in this damned town or damned city for any longer.
Brunhilde, you would know that losing your signet ring as a head of house is catastrophic, enough to disgrace you and possibly get you disowned from the house in total. And that to allow a criminal to get your hands on it would be especially catastrophic.
Unfortunately, that is not really an option here.
pretty wealthy city. I don't understand why you don't just go get a ring or find somebody that loves you enough to give you one.
Would Kagan know this about the rings as well, being a part of that branch of Merlin?
Roll me a society check.
Society. That's a 3.
Like total?
No, a 10 total.
You get to
What city? We're not in a city. We're in a maze. Get it right.
You have a vague recollection of signet rings being important, but you can't remember why.
Well, listen, that ring is pretty important to them. It's pretty important to this person. Seeing as I'm against crime, I'm going to say this is not going to end well for you.
It's the only option I got.
You could do what I did and abandon the people you were with and strive for a new goal. Do something better with your life.
People I'm with.
Whoever told you to get this ring.
The houses are very hospitable. Showed up to the town and they just gave me a place to stay, gave me a teacher. Like, first thing I showed up, they barely knew me.
I also might have gotten something from a house here, but I don't have the luxury of dropping this job. I'd rather not be hunted to death.
I agree there, that sucks.
Well, shift your mindset from being hunted and become the hunter.
I unfortunately do not have the privilege of being able to part with this. To say things could get catastrophic would probably be an understatement. Now, I would prefer not to go by force.
Oh, all right. Let's see. How about let's focus on getting out of this maze. I'm assuming you're trapped here too. Did you follow us in the portal? Are you the one who messed with it?
Jody, you would have been given prior notice that they were being redirected to the maze because of the issues that are going on with the hauntings and suspected issues with the teleportation circle. They were not intercepted. They ended up exactly where Rice, Chaucer, the Immortal King, etc. expected them to go. You have a map that by mere nature of the map will allow you to get through the maze unhindered. But you can tell immediately that Kagan is vastly mistaken about the nature of the situation.
She'll just like give him a questioning look. It's like, do all your guards act this dumb?
So these are not my men yet, but beggars can't be choosers.
But she'll just say, I don't dabble in your types of magic, nor do I care to. You're brought here for a reason, and I just lied in wait.
So why don't you just come meet the guy that we're meeting, and I'm pretty sure he can keep you safe from whoever you're worried about.
I don't think anyone will want to keep someone like me safe. Odds are they'll brand me like that woman I saw.
Well, if it did come down to force, you were arrested, that is very possible. The other option is that I could conscript you into my branch. You join the military and fight the Legions of Darkness, but remain unbranded.
you would hire a criminal like me? Am I supposed to believe you?
How is anyone supposed to step away from crime if never given the opportunity?
This city truly has rotten your mindset. She'll kind of think it over and just go, "Mm, I
So,
guess I could.
sorry, go ahead.
I guess I could see some use in pairing up. Mm, but I'm not one of your men."
I find that people tend to do a better job when they are making their choices more freely. Otherwise, I would try to push the issue and make you a slave conscript. But they don't do the best work.
Mm, Maybe you should tell your nobles that next time.
Uh,
Why?
they wouldn't. They probably would pay no heed to a lowly, nameless branch like me.
She'll just laugh and then toss you the map. And then just say, "Go on, noble. Take us out of here."
Will do.
Okay. So the map seems to actually hold up. Let's give the other two a chance to react to this exchange.
Also, a little bit of Fox's cunning there. Which is why I went with a fox for this character.
Would probably seeing a map be thrown out, retract my claw.
Would just be like,
Yep.
oh, that seems helpful.
She'll sort of jokingly say to you, "Good kitty."
Okay. To describe what the claw looked like, have you ever played Mortal Kombat?
I have not.
Okay, if anybody has, and it would look like a Tarkatan blade had just come out of his wrist, kind of like Wolverine from the Marvel universe, but it's just one singular long blade.
Yeah, unfortunately, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that would be the first attempt at Deadpool. I cringe and cry.
What, you don't like the merc with a mouth having his mouth sewn off?
But what essentially happens is like his wrist has just morphed and a claw has appeared over his hand. Almost made like completely of bone.
Yeah, to be honest, the joke was just my character's very like snarky, so the comment was just made because of the retractable claw thing.
Fair enough. Okay. For DM knowledge, it is It's part of the description of Gouging Claw,
Yep.
the cantrip.
Yeah, as soon as you said it, I read Gouging Claw to get the deets. Or how's it said in Kim Possible? What's the sitch?
Yep.
K-Paw. Your overall reaction to this shenanigans?
It was like, oh, well, that's useful.
Okay.
Yep.
In which case, with this encounter, for lack of a better word, concluded, thanks to the map's magics, you managed to make it through the maze no issue. You come up to what is the castle walls, the castle gates themselves. Kagan, with your training, and Brunhilde, with your just general knowledge, you would know that it has probably been about 20 years since anyone other than a member of the Council of Light or one of the heads of the four houses has come to the castle. Most of the maintenance is handled by automatons, and the only permanent resident aside from the automatons is the Immortal King, who never leaves the throne room. As you enter the gate, you find your steps being guided, almost compelled, driving you closer and closer to the throne room. And the deeper and deeper you get, K-Paw and Kagan, you start to feel more and more uneasy.
Oh.
There's some funky feelings coming from this area.
So Kagan, not Kagan, K-Paw, in your 2 months of training, while you won't have access to the other gates until appropriate level ups, you have been trained to recognize influences from other elemental planes. And right now, you feel as if every single elemental plane gate is opened around you. Kagan, you feel a massive conflux of yes.
A massive complex of yes.
Occult, primal, arcane, and divine magic, all just seemingly running loose and wild.
It would be at this point I would like to begin casting Detect Magic.
Fun. Roll a will save.
I was about to say, oh, somebody wants to be blinded.
Swords of the magic here, guys.
That's my second natural 20. I'm going to use a different dice. 26.
Okay. So this was an impossible DC of 40. Because of the nat 20, you do not crit fail, but just regular fail. But you are immediately blinded 3.
Blinded 3. Okay, condition.
Getting in the room, all you
Okay,
see
so
is
blinded
just
does not get a number attached to it. So you are blinded for 3 rounds, or 18 seconds.
Oh.
So for those of you who don't know, in Pathfinder 2e, a bunch of conditions will be condition X, and X will not only determine duration, but will also determine severity. So like if you're clumsy 4, you take a -4 penalty to all Dex and Strength saving throws. Or, well, Dex and Strength-related checks and saving throws, and things like that. But yeah, you are immediately blinded. It's a good thing you got that nat 20, because you probably would have been out cold from the damage you would have taken. But yeah, there is magic all around you. The magic is yes. Also, I would state that Kagan would know enough to know that trying to detect magic at the very heart of a magic circle powerful enough to seal away the God of Darkness, cast by the God of Light himself, would probably not be a smart move. So I will allow you to decide to say, hey, Kagan thought about it, but realized the error of his ways.
I mean, if that's the case, then let's save Kagan the embarrassment.
Yeah, this isn't Kagan's first rodeo with yeah, this is the equivalent of trying to cast Detect Magic on a level 20 spell. Not a spell cast by a level 20 character, a level 20 spell. For reference, 10 is the highest level of magic in Pathfinder 2e.
Blake does not have that mistake. He will not make that mistake.
I just like the idea though of just yes, let me walk outside. Oh hey, look at this. Look, there's the sun. Let me stare at it real quick.
Yeah.
No, this is more like, let's summon a miniature sun in the palm of my hand and stare at it.
Ooh,
Pretty got a magnifying glass.
But yes, okay, so we are going to do that retcon. Kagan is not going to be an idiot, because contrary to what people might think, he is not an idiot. He actually might be Kagan is, in fact, one of the 2 smartest people in the party.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
But anywho.
I don't got shit, Captain.
So, all jokes and bad mistakes aside, you come to the gate, why do I keep saying gate? Not everything is a gate. You all come to the entrance to the throne room. The doors are wide open, and you see what appears to be about a 20-year-old man just pacing in front of the throne.
Is this man recognizable? Or
Not without a history check. Or, wait, it's not history in this game.
Isn't it Lore City or something? Or like Lore something?
Well, each person gets a different lore check based off of their background.
Oh yeah, I'm saying for them. I wouldn't know shit.
would it be society? You understand the people and systems that make civilization run, and you know the historical events that make societies what they are? Or
I'm just gonna save y'all the effort. No one has seen this man in over 3,000 years. At least no one that has been allowed to describe him. You have no way of recognizing him. You could, however, with a roll, make an assumption. And so, yes, I will go with society. Society does make sense for that, but there's no way for you to actively recognize him.
let's see if Kagan has some understanding.
Mine's a 23. So
Kagan's supposed he's enamored, blinded by the magic, you may say.
What'd you roll?
Another natural one.
Oh.
So I just want to point out, that dice is extremely lucky. Unfortunately, luck rolls both ways.
Yep.
I used a different one. I have like 7 different D20s with me.
Okay. Well, you are extremely lucky today. Unfortunately, luck rolls both ways. So, yeah, Kagan, you have no fucking clue. At this point, you're ready to believe it's an intruder with everything else that's gone on today. Brunhilde, you feel comfortable in your assumption that no one else can really be here, and the odds of you being sent on on business here at the same time that somebody else would be here is exceptionally low. So you make the assumption that this is the Immortal King, on the account of him being immortal.
Yeah.
So let's let Kagan act off of his misconception first.
I would approach Excuse me. Um, we're looking for the Immortal King. Would you happen to be that person?
Um,
You don't know what your
Real-
king looks like.
real quick, remember, Kagan is operating under the misassumption that this might possibly be an intruder.
Oh, okay, right.
And actually, I just realized, to be fair, this should be an equal opportunity dumbassery. Brunhilde and Kagan roll initiative, and for those that don't know, in Pathfinder 2e, unless something else is dictating it, initiative is just a perception check.
It's a 19.
Okay, Kagan, you might be saved from your embarrassment. Brunhilde gets to react first. Because you said 16, right, Kagan?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll clear her throat as almost kind of trying to get the man's attention. Would I be right in assuming you are the Immortal King?
The man will stop pacing, turn, and look at you. Are you saying this from the door, or have you since walked up?
I have since walked up.
Okay, so the throne room is rather large, as you would expect of a throne room originally meant for entertaining audiences. About 300, the throne is about 300 feet from the entranceway. So the man will stop pacing and turn to you after you get about 100 feet in. And upon hearing you say that, he will go, "Well, I am the only one who has lived in this bloody castle for the last 3,000 years.
I mean, they did say we were coming to meet the Immortal King, and this guy's standing in front of the throne. It makes sense to me.
I'm more curious how you guys got this job when you don't even know what your king looks like.
No one has seen him in years.
Kagan, how's your character reacting to the whiplash of, hey, it's an intruder. Oh, wait, it's the Immortal King.
That's exactly what it is. It's whiplash.
Do you try to
Okay.
hide it?
Yes.
Roll deception.
Oh. 15.
Okay, believe it or not. Okay, so K-Paw, you are oblivious to anything happening with Kagan. Jody and Brunhilde, you both notice Kagan desperately trying to hide something on his face. You're not sure what, but it's obvious he's trying to hide something. And the Immortal King just stares at Kagan for a second, shakes his head, and goes, the last is correct. The last visitor I had was... You see him do some mental calculations. 4 months ago from the Council of Light, asking blah blah blah, division of resources, blah blah blah, should strike first, blah blah blah. That is not why y'all are here. Or is it? And he seems visibly confused for a moment. And all the while, Kagan, you can sense just an immense aura of magic surrounding the king.
But, yes, I am Commander Charlemagne, and I am answering your summons.
Charlemagne. What generation are you? Which branch do you represent?
My branch does not hold a name, but I am from the, House of War.
Yes, yes. And he's what? It almost feels like he's stalling. Are y'all continuing to walk closer while this conversation is happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Jody will stay back, considering this is not her matter.
Roll will save.
Oh boy. My before I roll 5. Okay. That is 17 plus 5. That is 22.
You know, in any other system, that would be a very good roll. But this is Pathfinder 2e, where the level of the caster gets added to the DC. So that's a crit failure. In your attempt to stay back, you feel yourself compelled to walk forward at a brisk pace, and as soon as you are at the foot of the throne, you immediately kneel and bow your head in reverence. Everyone else, because you are walking forward of your own volition, you do not feel this magic affect you. But you do notice that Jody just bypasses you all. And, like, I'm talking full stride, not flat out running, but, like, if this was combat, they're moving at full speed while y'all are just taking 5-foot strides.
She'll just go. You guys aren't a fan of free will here, are you?
The Immortal King
I'm
does not answer
Feel pretty
you.
free.
You know, for someone who's just criticizing this world or this country, this nation, you seem to be almost kissing the feet of the Immortal King.
Almost like your nation is controlled. Just straight up controlled. Just not even like anything past that. Just ends with controlled.
As the rest of the party gets to be within 10 feet of the throne, and for reference, there's the stage, stairs on either side of the stage, the throne is in the center, and Jody is currently kneeling in front of the stage, not the actual throne. But as soon as all of you are within 10 feet of this stage, you just notice the Immortal King's demeanor change almost immediately. Kagan, you can roll an Arcana check if you wish. This is a passable Arcana check, by the way. It's not an impossible DC.
How I've been rolling, it's probably impossible anyways.
Impossible or crit.
It's definitely possible. We're looking at a 22.
Okay. Passes. You can tell that there is a minor, or rather major illusion going on around the throne room, and that you have entered the eye of it. The Immortal King's demeanor is almost completely different than from when you were standing outside of the range. He looks very calm, collected, and he looks at Jody and says, "Please stand," and you are exactly right. This is a nation of control. And not everyone agrees with it. He looks at you all and goes, "Let's see. The visions are unclear. Sometimes there is a fifth, sometimes there isn't. But good, the 4 of you are here, as expected." And the "as expected" will kind of be pointed at Jody.
The hell do you mean expected?
When you have lived for 3,000 years, nothing surprises you anymore.
Did the vision involve a giant red lady who sumo wrestling Oni?
He'll just give you a glance and goes, "I see." The vision is not the same for everyone.
So what in the wet dream did you see?
Exactly what I said. She said to, oh, the dragon lady.
Oh, that's what it was.
Does Kagan wish to chime in with his, as Jody so elegantly put it, wet dream?
I told you she's gonna be harsh.
I mean,
Mine was a fox woman with 9 tails.
Mine was a threat.
To be honest, mine was a dream at the time. A wet dream started later.
I don't know if everyone else had the little breakup, but I assume he said mine was a fiery dream.
Yeah, he said mine was fire dream at the time. My wet ones didn't start till later.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a campaign, isn't it?
We got sass, we got stupidity. What else will we find?
must I always be tested such?
Listen, you always know how to get rid of me, so.
A test of your reflexes.
God damn.
The Immoral King will look at you all and go, well, on to the formalities, I guess. I need to send you all out on a expedition mission. You will have to go into Traeg, and quite possibly this mission will take you south of the Vale. One of our allies has been kidnapped, and I can't send an entire army out to go get her. Doing so would violate the currently volatile peace between Ryfel and the nations south of the Vale. So I am sending out a small squad. While deciding who to send, I was granted a vision from the gods beyond. Not Galau. He rarely talks to me nowadays. In case you haven't figured it out, he doesn't like to be too close to the throne room. If he gets too close to the seal, Dorsha's power will increase, and he might be able to break free even with all of our precautions in place. As such, this throne room is Galau's only blind spot. He'll pause and gaze your reactions to that statement.
Is it truly wise to reveal such?
You will be unable to share anything that has been said in this castle, let alone this throne room. And as he calls it out, you all notice that y'all are under a very powerful binding spell. You will, in fact, be unable to mention anything that has been discussed since entering the maze, the hedge maze.
Sure.
What was the comment I'm responding to? Advocator didn't want to go to bed.
So you were told that the throne room is basically Galau's only blind spot. While he can view what's happening in the rest of the castle, he cannot see what's going on in the throne room. And you're under a binding spell so powerful that you will not be able to discuss anything that has happened in the castle.
Okay.
Hagen's eyes kind of narrow, as if focusing intently.
Does Jody not have a smart-ass comment for this?
Jody just doesn't want to be forced to do something again, like kneeling. So she is intently keeping quiet.
He'll look at you all and go, "Very well. So the ally in question is a priestess for one of the goddesses of our neighboring nations. She is a goddess primarily worshipped in the nation to the east. The Immortal King will look at Kagan and go, which you might remember as your mother's home nation. I want you... Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, it's not a coincidence that the two of us are both missing something. Is it?
At this point, I cannot say what is mere happenstance and what began with the wheels of time 13 cycles ago. For all of you, this is a very cryptic message. You have no clue what the fuck is meant by 13 cycles. But he'll just pause for a minute and resume. Your goal is to find where the kidnappers have taken her, retrieve her, and then follow her instructions.
I have a question for the DM.
Okay.
Kagan is going to take out his journal and begin trying to write something down. Does that spell prevent so?
Yes.
Oh.
You are unable to record anything within the journal. If you are able to make the pen touch the paper, it writes completely blank and doesn't even leave pressure marks. You could attempt to stab the pen through the journal, and it would be as if the journal was impervious.
Now, I was just attempting to record information so that it may not be forgotten.
You're
Will
gonna
this
forget something like this?
I have to remember a lot doing what I do.
Real quick, what was that you said, Soph?
Something to this extent of you won't remember this.
Okay. And then Kagan says, I need to remember a lot. You need not worry. As this is a divine edict, the memory will be etched into your brain as bright as the sun etches into your eyes. That being said, it will also be shielded by the darkest of shades should anyone attempt to read your mind. There is no way for this information to leak, and you will be the only keepers of it.
May I know the name of this priestess?
Out of character, the Immortal King tells you the name. For those of you who have played in a game with me before, you might recognize this as my "oh shit, I forgot to name an important NPC."
To be determined, lady.
Okay, to be
Her name
determined,
is
lady.
Tibity.
Tabidi.
PB. Her last name is D.
TBD.
She is going to have an actual meaningful name. Just not tonight.
Oh, trust me, there's plenty of meaning behind TBD.
I love being a DM. I love being a DM.
All right.
Hey, look, I can't make a smart character and not make them and not be at least a bit of a smart ass.
So
I
going-
warned you that my character was a smart.
Not all your characters are smart. All of your characters are smart asses, babe.
Fair.
That's just D&D and fantasy in general. Tabletop role playing, all the characters are smartasses.
I don't need a +1 to talk shit to an NPC.
Anyway.
So
I don't
he
need proficiency to ask my fellow party members to pull a string on a boat.
so he will.
Sorry.
I don't get the reference. I'm assuming it's something that happened in one of the other campaigns you two played together with.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ryan and
The keelboat in the inn.
yes.
But he tells you there is an informant waiting for you in the capital of Traeg. Out of character, he would have said the exact capital name. In character, fucking one of the drawbacks of making all of your city names and everything else Welsh or Irish is that it is a bitch to remember all the names you have set forth.
Is it the one I'm from?
Okay, so yes, technically it is. However, being that it is Irish, the pronunciation is not what you would expect it to be. As you might have picked up on, anything that has multiple parts is more often than not abbreviated to just the most significant part or the easiest to say part. At this point, the CROI is pronounced Cree. And most people refer to the capital of Traeg as just Cree. Also, if any of my audience members are Welsh or Irish, I apologize for my utter butchering of pronunciations. I, as a young kid, learned that I had a less than insignificant amount of Welsh blood in me and became obsessed with translating everything into Welsh for my fantasy settings. Irish was just because I needed something to oppose the Welsh, and I felt like Irish was a nice counterpart that kept the same generic geography background. So most of the Kingdom of Light stuff is Welsh. Most of the Kingdom of Darkness stuff is Irish. Yes, Soph?
I was gonna say something in character whenever you're done.
Okay, so I am working on improving my pronunciations, but I will fuck it up a lot, so please forgive me. Anywho, go ahead.
Jody will just say, hold on. I can't go back there. Not yet, at least.
Seems we have no choice. We are quite literally just called to do so. Also, asking the GM, was it the Immortal King who mentioned my mother, or was it a GM to player?
The Immortal King.
Oh! Okay. Going back to what you said, you know about my mother's disappearance.
I am aware of it, yes.
The priestess who disappeared, was that not my mother at all, or just a coincidence that we both have a disappearance going on around the same time period?
Your mom had out of character. Your mom has been gone since you were a little kid, right?
Yes.
This happened recently. This is current events.
Okay, so yeah. And speaking of
And your character would be smart enough to make that connection, so.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so he'll just give you a glance and go, "Yes, I am aware of your mother's disappearance. However, the odds of that being connected to this currently is... Well, I'm not going to say 0, but it might as well be."
You got some like extra strong wards to help keep those creepy church guys away.
The Immortal King will look at K-Paw and go, "You're going to have to be more specific. We are technically in a church right now. I am technically as you said it, church guy."
You're not the creepy church guy. I'm talking about those like the dark ones that want to take kids away from their parents and do whatever to them.
The Immortal King will take great pause at this and go, "As far as I am aware, neither the Church of Light nor the Church of Darkness is in the habit of kidnapping children. And trust me, there is little I am unaware of."
There was some creepy priest guy that came to my village asking questions about me. Said he's gonna go get more people and take me away. Parents stuck me out.
He'll just pause for a second.
They've been chasing me ever since.
With that, the Immortal King will chuckle and go, "I don't think you need to worry about that. You will be fine."
Take your word for it.
Jody will just reiterate, I can't go back. If I go back empty-handed, I'm as good as dead. And I don't think you called me here for a suicide mission.
Oh, I'm sure that the people sent you here on one, though.
Hold on, say that again?
I feel as though they sent you here on one.
It was either take the job or die there. So, as you can see, I chose a longer life.
Which is why I made you the offer I did originally. They probably just think you dead anyway. I'm sure
No.
you can figure out something.
Well, it seems if we're all pairing up or squatting up, so we think, so we know. I guess you could say you've got us to depend on. You know, to keep you safe.
Plus, I feel like they would not be expecting you to return in the heraldry of a knight anyway. They probably wouldn't even recognize you.
You tend to recognize a lot of people that owe you something.
As Brynhilder says, they might not even recognize you. You all notice a slight shimmer surround Jody. And the Immortal King will speak up and go, "Well, it has to be you four. At least you four. You might gain another ally along the way, but I can't have one of you trying to sneak off because of a fear of being caught, so that glamour should do the trick. No one outside of this room will recognize you.
See, you have plot armor.
Good old plot armor.
Jody, you feel like something is warming up inside your pocket.
I would reach in there.
You feel your identification card, and it is warm to the touch. Not like burn a hole in your pocket warm, but just warm to the touch.
I'm assuming it changed.
I don't know, do you look at it?
Yeah.
So as you look at it, you'll notice that the name and age have changed. The shimmering image that identifies you, while looking strikingly similar, is different enough that that if you saw them next to each other, you might think they're distantly related, but not really. And the stamp on the back of your card has been changed from a regular gate pass to a symbol you don't recognize. Which isn't saying much given your character, but you know.
Yeah. Now the question is, does it go from an illegal one to a legal one?
It is no longer a forgery.
Like, that shouldn't even be a property of this place in the first place. You seem to do a lot of things without asking, don't you?
When the fate of the world is in your hands, you don't ask permission. You rarely ask forgiveness.
Wish I could write that down.
I can just imagine him trying to write down motivational speeches in his book. He's like, damn it, I can't think of it.
Why is my pen not working?
Then he even just tries to describe to somebody the wise words, and he can't get them out.
As a wise man once told me, truly the wisest of words.
Wise man told me to shut the fuck up. Any hizzle.
But yeah, Jody will just sigh and ask, "Great, are we done here?"
I believe so. And then he will wave a hand, and a small portrait will appear in Brynhilder's hand. Do not worry, to anyone else that portrait will appear to be blank. However, on it you four, and should fate deem it the fifth, will be able to see your target. And on it you will see a rather beautiful young woman. She has some elvish features, but some other features that seem off. Not quite human, not quite elvish. You can't quite place it. She has long blonde hair and beautiful emerald eyes. She is of a fair complexion. The capital of Kree is your first destination. There you should be able to discover the information you need to find out where her kidnappers have taken her. Now, since time is of the essence, I'm about to do something that I'm pretty sure most of the guards will probably groan at, but it's my kingdom. I can do as I wish. He just kind of cracks his fingers, waves his hand, and let's see. Kagan, I believe, has a feature relevant to this. Kagan, this is an opportunity for your Recognize Feat spell. Sorry, Recognize Spell Feat. Recognize Feat spell, dear God.
Did I have to pay a premium for that spell?
So yeah, you
Okay.
get... Oh, I get to roll a Secret Arcana check. Okay.
More misinformation.
You're not sure of the exact spell, but you know it is of the teleportation spell category. Before you can respond, however, you all find yourselves standing in front of a rather stunned and speechless dwarf.
I can explain. We were just teleported.
The dwarf just looks at you all and then sheepishly points to a sign that says room, carriage, or both.
Good to see you again. So who's paying this one?
They say room, carriage, or both?
Is K-Paul actually here?
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, you recognize this dwarf, too.
Oh. He just points at this. This is both. I like this guy. He doesn't mince words. He doesn't give a bunch of random stuff. Try to talk your ear off. It's all business.
So after a second, he'll look around, and then you just hear him clear his throat. Ah, yes, I was expecting you. Just not right at this instant, and I thought you would be using the door.
Oh, to be fair, I thought I'd be using the door as well, but here we are.
Brynhilder, you hear a familiar noise come from outside.
Oh?
Do you go to investigate, or?
Yes. I'm gonna guess it's probably my Drake. But
Yeah, as you poke your head out, you see your Drake and your armor stand from home with your full plate mail on it.
You have Drake money?
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call Drake money. Quick thing. For my mount, would I have been there when it hatched, or would it have been like grown?
This Drake would have been an adolescent when you met it.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, man.
The dwarf
I'm
will
not-
follow you to peek his head out. He recognizes what a riding drake sounds like, but he wasn't expecting one. He'll look out and he'll just go, bloody hells.
Room or Drake?
He'll walk back in, look at the rest of you and go, sorry for the sheepish act. Not many people have the privilege of hearing me speak. Granted, not many people are in service to the immortal king. and he will show a coin with a symbol on it that Jody will recognize as the symbol on the back of her identification pass now. Not many people know the exact details of what this symbol means, but anyone in the kingdom of light will recognize it as enough to be granted passage. Unfortunately, you're not going to the kingdom of light. So he'll who was it that pointed at both?
K-Pow.
He'll look at K-Pow and go, "So unfortunately, there will be no carriage for you today, young goblin. Honestly, you probably won't even get a room because it is still midday and you should probably head out sooner rather than later. But I have been authorized to give you some minor assistance." And he will beckon for you to follow him down a hidden ladder behind the bar.
Not me just realizing I forgot to name my Drake.
Wow, babe. This has been your companion since you were 12 years old.
I once
8
had a
years
Drake.
and you haven't named it?
There's truly a bond between those two.
Maybe you should ask your Drake its name.
Maybe this one's TBD.
To be fair, riding drakes are less intelligent than regular drakes. It couldn't speak even if it wanted to.
At least not yet.
No, I don't think a riding drake ever gets enough intelligence to actually speak.
One of the class feats basically gives it a language. Blah.
Okay. So, you all go underground, and you're in what appears to be a rather basic storeroom. I don't know what you were expecting, but it's nothing grand. It's not even something modest. It's just very basic, bitch. Now, unfortunately, we haven't been expecting to use this location in a while, so the supplies are a bit bare bone. But what I have, you can take. And so, essentially, this will be a thing y'all can discuss out of session later. But there is about 10 gold worth of basic supplies here. Y'all can talk amongst each other to decide what this looks like. But there will be at least 4 healing potions, whatever the lowest tier healing potion is. That does not count against the 10 gold of basic supplies. The other basic supplies can be anything that is of item level 1 or 0. And will contain mostly things like potions, rations, maybe some bombs, snares, traps, things like that. I probably should have put this out there sooner because I don't want to call this... Actually, hold up. I should ask the other people. I know me and Rena technically are just starting our day. How long do we want our sessions to be? Because normally I prepare for sessions to be up to 4 hours, but if we need to cut it shorter than that, we can cut it shorter than that.
I mean, I'm usually in bed at like midnight.
You still, it's their 30 minutes.
After that, until when I go to bed too.
Okay, so...
For a while, I'm good.
Okay. In which case, yeah, I probably should have thought about this sooner and had y'all look through the equipment guide and whatnot, but basically...
Just treat it for now as like the persistent planner feat. If it comes up, it comes up and we subtract it out.
Yeah, but otherwise, you will need to have what you got from this set in stone before the start of next session. But yeah, so he'll help you pack your supplies safely. He can get you up, and he will apologize and go, "Unfortunately, we were not able to provide mounts for the rest for the rest of you, so you will unfortunately be stuck walking to Kree. It is about 150 miles from the gate, if memory serves."
I don't really measure much, but seems right. It took me. They'll say how long it took him to get there. Last
Yep.
time.
And I shall stay in solidarity with my companions and walk along with them.
So, what is everyone's movement speed?
25.
With or without armor.
The armor will be carried by your mount.
Then it's 25.
I have a movement speed of 30.
Okay,
Yeah,
then you don't
I
count.
remember seeing 25 somewhere,
Okay, so
but I don't see it right now.
with a basic, so overland travel is determined by the slowest movement speed among all party members involved. Since your slowest movement speed is 25 feet, that means you cover 2.5 miles per hour and 20 miles per day. That is assuming that you are not trying to push yourselves to the point of exhaustion, which a smart commander would recognize that on a mission like this, you would not want to push yourself to exhaustion.
Nope.
So, 150 miles, that means it's going to take you 7.5 days to get to the capital city of Kree. K-Paw and Jody, both being familiar with the lay of the land, would know that coming directly from the gate, if you're following the road, there are no major settlements on the way, but there are a couple of small villages that are slightly off the beaten path. One of them will be 3 days in, the other one will be another 3 days after that. You all may make your plans accordingly, but I need your generalized marching order and I need you all to determine a nightly watch rotation. And while y'all are doing that, I need to use the bathroom.
Beanie, he's gonna get you in trouble.
So I figure the commander is probably at least close to the front.
Yep.
You have a Drake to soak up the hits.
Jody's in the way back.
So riding drakes have more HP than horses, but less AC.
Yeah, there's only 17 AC. Or, right, I have barding on there.
Probably be.
I'll be second.
And okay, then he'll. I guess. He'll be
I'm
third.
I'm a trained battle mage. I also want to be like one of the first ones in combat.
Yeah, no, Jody just attitude-wise is going to be in the back.
As far as resting goes, I don't really have any spells or anything I have to recover, so it doesn't really matter what watch I take.
Cypher does not need to sleep as a familiar, does he?
Give me a minute to look it up. I'm still in the bathroom, so I'm having to do this on my phone, but
Oh, let's say as a wizard, preparing spells would be one of the first things he does every morning. So possibly waking up for the last watch could be beneficial.
And Jody's used to moving around and seeing around in the dark. Not literally, but like
Yeah.
criminal, thief. So she'll take whatever time would be like in the dim light range. It's like somewhere around midnightish.
So familiars. Okay, hold up.
I know going off of D&D knowledge, which is kind of different, I assume. Familiars are considered like Fey Fiend or Celestial Spirits.
Not in this case. In Pathfinder, a familiar is a creature, typically an animal that has been mystically bonded to you. So they still have to meet their mortal needs as if they were a regular animal.
Right, okay, cool.
But be happy to take a first watch.
Kagan will be the last watch. I'm also
Jody,
stepping away for about 1 minute. So someone earlier made, I don't remember who it was, made the comment of Drake money. I almost chimed in and made it like a little joke about, in order to have Drake money, you would have to start from the bottom. Yeah, started from the bottom. Now we here.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I am back at the table.
Ah, Scorpion.
Snowball attack.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so y'all have the marching order, y'all have the watch order. Perfect. Do y'all head out right away, or do y'all opt to waste half a day?
I think that we would. I would probably say that we probably should head out immediately.
Jody wants to get out of this goddamn city. wants
don't
nothing to do with this fight.
Well,
You are
don't-
nowhere
I'm
near the
happy.
city anymore.
Going and doing.
I will say this. You are nowhere near the city, Jody. You all have been teleported to the border between Ryfel and Treg.
Still wants to get out of the country.
We're like a mile from the wall. For that part.
Yeah, you are a mile from the wall. As,
I would say that we should probably just go.
I like going.
okay,
Yeah.
as it is midday, you will only get 10 miles of travel today before darkness falls. And it means you will be 2.5 miles away from the nearest. 2.5 miles, dear God. 2.5 days away from the first village that you would encounter. So you all head out. Who would like to roll the first 2d6?
I do it.
Sorry, a d12. Who does a randomized table with 2d6 to start out as? That's just weird.
I don't know. You're the DM.
It's like, yes, I have
I mean,
11
you
options
have-
for you.
I mean, if you only had 11 options, that's the way to do it.
Hope and Ryan both know that my rolls for random events are just the best. 1.
I
Okay.
mean, so my random tables are truly random. I don't have 1 be the worst, 12 be the best. I put 12 options and then I scramble them.
Okay, cool.
But, 1... So, y'all spend the half day going forward. And about 5 miles into your journey, 4 miles from the wall, you just randomly start hearing bah, 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 bah.
Is that the food I hear?
Sounds like it.
Can we stop hearing it?
You could try plugging your ears.
Okay. Do we want to look around for this? Is this a traveling flock of wild sheep, or is this someone's wild livestock, or just not wild livestock, but livestock?
Hope we might have lost the Sully.
Oh, I thought he was asking the party if y'all wanted to look for it.
Yeah, I was asking the party 100%.
I mean,
You said we're not near a village, right?
You are 2.5 days away from the nearest village. You are you are 4 miles from the wall. Which I guess could technically be considered a small village, but like, not really.
If it was a farm animal, it was long well abandoned by now.
Let's look for the sound. I want to follow the sound.
okay.
Alright. I thought it was the easily distracted one.
Okay, roll a survival check to track the animal via sound.
You forgot they're the hunter. Which means in their brain they hear squirrel.
Okay.
That's a 19 on my part.
Can I use Cypher to help? I know I don't have the familiar thing built out, but I did read that they get 2 skills to begin with.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say you might be a hunter, but you're not trained in survival, so you can't do so you personally can't do the tracked action.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I could have Cypher tracked by scent. Is are foxes like are their noses as good as dogs? I don't know this personally.
Pretty sure.
Technically, yes, but that is a familiar ability you would have to add to your familiar. One of the 3 that you can do.
I was talking about like regular skill trainings, like they get like stealth and survival or something of the similar ability, or is it stealth and acrobatics? I think that's what I
They're,
remember.
are you asking if they're trained in the stat?
Yeah.
1 second. There's a specific rolling for this. Okay, so the thing that it says about skills is for perception, acrobatics, and stealth, you can have your familiar use your spellcasting attribute modifier plus your level instead of 3 plus your level if it's higher.
Okay. Does it say anything about using the base animal's skills?
Typically not. You have to assign them the familiar ability in order for them to use it.
Okay. I want to get this like cleared up. Like I'm apologizing in advance because I should have went ahead and just bought the
Not even if you didn't. It's okay if you can't buy the premium right away, but you should have at least had this down on paper. But it's fine. It's growing pains.
and I didn't. The reason why is I didn't like know what to do on building a familiar, and I like.
Okay. So the big thing is there's a list of familiar abilities. I'm going to send you the link to the list right now on a site that's 100% free. It won't let you actually build one, but it'll let you see your options. And because you have the improved familiar thing, you get to pick 3 of these skills a day. However, if your familiar is the form that needs a thing, so like, say your familiar is a bat, then the bat has to have flying. Now, foxes don't have to have anything, as far as I'm aware. There is such a thing as specific familiars, which I'll double check, but I don't think foxes are. Okay, yeah, no, there is no specific stat block for a fox familiar, so you get to pick which of the 3 abilities you want it to have, and you can technically change these every day when you do your daily preparations. One of the options is skilled, which lets you pick a skill other than acrobatics or stealth, and your familiar's modifier for that skill is equal to your level plus your spellcasting attribute modifier rather than just your level. You can choose skilled repetitively, picking a different thing each time. And then scent is another option, which means that if you chose those 2, you would have one more option that you can do right now. I will say skilled survival and scent would make sense that since you are a hunter and you personally do not have the skills to hunt.
Let's do skilled and scent, skilled survival and scent for now, and I'll keep looking for the third one.
Okay. So in which case you can have Cypher roll a check, which when you have a familiar roll a check, you just tell me, hey, my familiar's doing this, and I roll for you more often than not.
Okay. Cypher is rolling survival instead of me.
Okay, your
Using-
spellcaster is 4, your level is 1, so that's +5. That's a grand total of 9.
Oh no.
What was your survival check, Brynhilder?
19.
19. Is Jody rolling one as well?
I rolled a 10.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so,
got an 11.
so no crit failures, so no wild geese chase. But,
No running into a bear.
listen, we don't bring that up.
Listen, that werebear got me good.
No, she's referencing something
No.
else.
Oh.
One of my most beloved campaign characters, they mistook a bear tracks for sheep tracks because of a critical failure on a tracking roll, and then they were too stubborn to run from the bear and they died. The bear had 1 HP left. It did, however, allow me to convert them into an antagonist for the campaign, but it was sad. I may Roman rest in peace.
Sis.
Anywho,
You know, if you had a nickel for every time a bear was relevant in your D&D campaign, you'd have 2 nickels.
I'd have 5 nickels actually.
Which is weird that it
Anywho,
happened
back
twice,
on
right?
track, folks. Since apparently Brynhilder is the only one who can stay on track right now. So, despite being a wide open plain where you currently are, noises are echoing a lot. So most of you can't tell where this bah is coming from. But Brynhilder, you managed to track it down easily, and you see not a sheep, but a ram randomly bleeding on top of a rock. And I need perception checks from everyone.
Bro.
16.
12.
And
I picked up the wrong dice. Hold on. I don't think I want to roll with a D12.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
17.
Okay, so if you rolled above a 15, you'll notice that the grooves in the ram's horns appear to be gold.
Gold?
Say the hooves appear to be gold, or the grooves?
You borrowed money from this ram 10 years ago? He is mad there's a lot of interest? What the fuck? That would be out there, but... Okay, sorry, what were you saying, Kagan?
I was just asking you to repeat what you said, basically.
So, you know how rams have horns, and the horns typically have, like, a spiral groove on them?
Yeah.
Those grooves appear to be gold.
Oh.
Anyone got a wire saw?
I saw. Can I, what check would I make to try and figure out why this ram would have gold in its horns?
Are you trained in nature?
I am trained in nature.
Make a nature check.
I'm that kind of hunter, not a survival hunter. I just hate my life.
Is that another
That's
nat 1?
It's close enough, so it's a 6 total.
6 total. That is enough for a crit failure. So you are going to misinterpret your memory here.
Guys, I'm starting to worry that the hunter doesn't know much about hunting.
Right?
But you think that it has gold in its horns because this specific type of ram likes to go to rocky things and headbutt it, and it has a nose for gold. You basically think it's a gold bloodhound, but in like ram form.
Maybe we should keep this ram around. I think this is one of those that has a sense for where gold might be.
It's bleeding out. I don't think any of us know how to tend a wound, let alone an animal wound.
Why is it bleed?
Oh.
It's not bleeding out. It's bleating.
Bleating? What is bleating?
Bah!
Ow.
Bleating,
Belting.
Yeah, bleeding
Yeah,
is
I
the
misheard that
terminology
too.
for the sound that sheep and goats make.
Oh.
Okay. Another question about
Kate gets a new job.
I know we're supposed to be on this fancy mission, but let's go panning for gold. But yeah, no, the ram is not hurt.
Then I guess the thing that Jody will say is just, please let's not keep this thing. I don't want to hear it during our journey.
Not to mention the fact that we've been told this is supposed to be somewhat covert. I don't think having a bleeding freaking goats, a ram around would be a good thing. Nature is wisdom based?
yeah, it is.
As y'all are having this conversation, I need all of you to roll a will save.
No.
Oh boy.
42.
22?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm looking at my familiar abilities. I can choose a master ability, yes?
No. Wait.
23.
Give
Well,
17.
me 1 second. Master abilities. Yes, I believe. Give me 1 second. I'm
Okay.
actually allowed to edit your thing. So, what ability are you thinking about?
That would be restorative familiar.
Yes, you are allowed to take that.
Okay. So skilled, scent, and restorative familiar would be my choices for this day.
Okay. So, what was everyone's will save again?
12.
17.
23.
Okay, so anyone who rolled below a 20, roll 2d6. Sorry, 3d6. 3d. How old is K-Paw?
Low 20s, like, let's say 21, I think.
How old is Jody?
22 if I remember correctly. I'll double check.
Okay, both of you roll a flat d20. Why are you laughing, babe?
Just the commander is the youngest one in the group.
Just flat d20?
Yes.
16.
Okay.
My flat D20 is a 1.
Okay, K-Paw. You are suddenly very vividly Back to when you were a child, 1 year old in diapers. Jody, you are getting a very vivid flash of when you were 16 years old, whatever your most prominent memory from that day is. Brynhildr and Kagan, you are getting random flashes from your life, from throughout your life, but none of them are vivid enough to pull your attention. So, hey Echo. So while K-Paw and Jody are effectively out of the action, you two are both just there's a condition for this that matches perfectly what I want to say. I want to say it's stupefied. Yeah, so Kagan and Brunhilde, you are currently stupefied 1. And K-Paw, not K-Pop.
It's
Although K-Pop might be appropriate. Anyway, Jody and K-Pop, y'all are stunned, and the ram will non-aggressively hop up the rock and go and start eating the grass in front of K-Paw and Jody. Which you'll notice the grass is starting to have tints of gold to it now, surrounding K-Paw and Jody.
Oh, I was wrong again.
I don't know much about nature, but that seems odd.
I would like to cast Detect Magic. And if I'm stupefied 1, I think I have to make a check for that.
You do. For stupefied 1, it's a flat d20 check equal to 5 plus your stupefied value, so you have to roll a 6 or above.
12.
Okay, you are able to cast Detect Magic without issue. Let's see, blah blah blah.
Wait, Detect Magic is not a cantrip, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay. I thought so. D&D knowledge. Pouring in.
Yep. So you send out a pulse that registers the presence of magic. You receive no information beyond the presence or absence of magic. You can choose to ignore magic you're fully aware of, such as the magic items and ongoing spells of you and your allies. You detect illusions only if that magic effect has a lower rank than the rank of your detect magic, which is currently rank 1. So yes, this ram is magic. You do sense the presence of magic. And the only source of magic you would be unaware of would be the ram at this point. And I'm going to let you use this to jog your memory and roll a new nature check.
Oh. This time is only a +3. I'm using a dice I haven't used.
Also, for those of you who are unaware, Path Builder does let you add a condition, and if that condition modifies your attributes, it'll automatically update the character sheet for you to represent that.
And it is very nice.
That is a 15 plus a 3.
18. Good enough. So, you realize your mistake from earlier and recognize that this isn't a RAM lowercase RAM. This is a RAM capital RAM.
Okay.
Basically what that means is this is a random access memory RAM. It uses its magic to cause people to vividly hallucinate random parts of their life. And in doing so, it turns the grass around it slightly golden. The grass itself is not worth much monetarily, but it does... Yes, exactly, Subscorpion. But it does provide extreme nutritional value to the ram itself. If you can befriend a ram, they might leave you a present that can help you with memory.
I was not expecting this.
You were not expecting the ram?
The ram.
As long as we're not on a ranch, we're fine.
By the way, the hint was in the Golden Grooves, and the fact that it was a ram.
I still not something I would have thought of. Just saying.
Okay. Here's what I want to do. With that nature check, do I know what these things like?
Well, yes, the grass that it gets from making you hallucinate vividly.
Boyo. I don't have anything right now that could.
K-Paw, after it is done munching at the grass at your feet, you no longer feel like you are in diapers. And it just walks up to Jody and starts snacking on it. Brunhilder and Kagan, you are no longer stupefied.
Is the grass no longer gold?
Around K-Paw, no.
Around it?
No, the grass around Jody has now turned that goldish tint, and it is beginning to eat.
I'm gonna ask a question. Can I use prestidigitation to lift a blade of grass?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay.
I would say a blade of grass is less than 1 bulk.
Okay. And using prestidigitation, I would like to just offer it some grass, make it a little easier. It doesn't have to,
Its head just kind of follows the grass as it lifts up from the ground, and it just starts eating the floating grass.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try and do it in a way that it makes sure it knows that I'm feeding it. I don't know if that would...
It pays no heed to you as it continues to munch the grass. It only seems to care about K-Paw and Jody. After it's done eating the grass around Jody, you come out of your vivid hallucination that was happening of you being 16 again. And the ram just kind of lays down between K-Paw and Jody.
The hell was that?
That was weird.
Will something happen if I touch this ram?
You are unsure. And honestly, you're kind of doubting your recall capabilities right now. I mean, you can try to touch it, but yeah. You have no clue what will happen if you do.
Can I attempt to pet the ram?
Sure, roll me a nature check.
Okay, here we go. That's a 16.
The ram lets you pet it, and it just kind of stares at you blankly. Bah!
I'm gonna pull a piece of bread from my pouch and try to feed it to him.
It just looks at the bread and then uses its horns to knock it out of your hand. And then it just looks at Jody and then looks at K-Paw. Then looks back at Jody. Then back at K-Paw.
Okay, it's not interested in the bread. I picked my bread up.
Listen, We either leave or I'm killing this damn goat.
Honestly, it's such a mystical, magical creature to turn the grass around it gold. I don't know if I want to hurt it.
That one
Well,
for
we could just
Ford
leave it be.
to figure out what it wants from me.
Not 1 for a 4. What were you rolling? Nature?
Yes.
It wants your soul.
No. So the DM guide does say that whatever misconception a player gets from a Nat 1 should not massively negatively and long term affect the game. A misconception of that degree would be actually right up K-Paw's alley, but no. So K-Paw, you are certain that it wants you to headbutt it.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, God.
Braces up, kind of does like those Oni did in his dream. As Sumo's wrestles over there and reels back and gives it a good headbutt.
Okay, roll me an unarmed attack roll.
Is this his way of saying we kill it?
I'm not sure. I was fine to just leave it be.
Well, I have a feeling it's not going to leave us be now.
Wait until K-Paul rolls his attack roll.
Is it just a strength roll? I guess. Wouldn't be proficiency.
I think all characters are proficient in unarmed attacks, yeah?
Yes.
That's
Okay,
part
so
of
I'll
your
just roll my staff attack then, because it's the same.
I just bought you a fist, so technically all unarmed attacks are.
Oh, it's agile. That's better than my staff attack.
I bought you a fist, it's crazy.
What you do with that fist? I don't care, but I bought you a fist.
Like I said before, these hands are free of charge.
If it'll roll. Oh, down here. There we go. Let's see. 16.
So you manage to square up with it and headbutt it with all your might. Roll a fortitude save. Thank God con is your primary stat.
I want to remind you how many rolls have been a 1 recently.
15.
15. Okay, so you're going to take 2d4 points of bludgeoning damage. So 1. You're taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are, I'm pretty sure stupefied is going to be the most appropriate condition here. Yeah, you are stupefied 1.
We don't need him stupider.
But as you're just kind of head circling, the ram just looks at you, stands up on its hind paws, and bleats happily as it returns the headbutt.
I love this.
So, luckily for you, my dice are rolling low as well. The headbutt connects, but doesn't do any damage. It'll then just spin around in place a bit before it headbutts the ground, and then it just starts leaping off into the distance. On the ground where you saw the headbutt, you just see a small emerald pendant on a golden chain.
That's all yours, headbutt boy.
Kagan, you detect magic from this pendant.
Seemed like it wanted a headbutt, so I gave it a headbutt.
I will examine this pendant, but I am. Is it? I'm gonna pick it up first with prestidigitation. That way, I don't touch it.
Okay, it is light enough to be picked up with prestidigitation. You're not, as you give it a close exam, you can see that within the emerald are lines of gold that seem unnaturally straight, and there are some squares and turn and right angles in it. Out of character, the emerald looks very much like the circuit of a piece of a ram stick.
Okay. Yeah.
And the emerald is just affixed to a gold chain. Though you're not sure, you feel as if a small amount of heat is emanating from the necklace itself, but it's not enough heat to be of concern.
So it's examining it. Can I try to identify it? Is identify a spell or an ability?
It is a spell, but it's also a thing you can do. So let's see. Concentrate. You can, okay, so once you discover that an item, location, or ongoing effect is magical, you can spend 10 minutes to try to identify the particulars of its magic. If your attempt is interrupted, you must start over. I have a DC for the checked. Cursed magic or hysteric subjects usually have higher DCs. That's not really mattering right now, so let's see. It does not say that I strictly have to roll it in secret, but so you need to spend 10 minutes examining it. I will leave it up to you and your party if you spend the 10 minutes now or you wait until you stop for the rest of tonight.
I mean, it's up to y'all. I'll keep a hold of it for a little while.
I think it best we keep moving.
We don't need to find any more rams to headbutt, so.
You also see Kagan whip out his journal and write intently, and he's not really hiding what he's writing, and if you take a look, it does say, "Dear Silas, I just watched a hobgoblin man headbutt a ram with golden horns."
I don't think he won.
You see him reach over and touch his head, and it kind of glows, kind of gets watery a little bit. He heals himself.
No. Whoever was over my shoulder, I look over my shoulder and say, "Do you think I should put that in there?"
I don't know what you want to have people believe, considering the absurdity here.
Oh, this journal is for a friend of mine that I'm sharing my adventures with.
Does he tend to believe you often?
We were good friends in the branch, so actually that's up for debate. We tell each other outlandish stories all the time.
Then this story will certainly be a debate for you.
As I write, I don't think he won. Yeah, I'll the next time we get a rest, I'll try to see if I can figure out what this is. But right now, let's keep moving.
Okay. So the rest of the day goes uneventful. You travel about 5 more miles before it becomes too dark for you to continue walking. And you set up, and y'all set up camp.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right. We forgot to roll the will save for the familiar and the Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Familiar isn't even stupefied. The Drake... Yeah, the Drake remembers being in the egg.
Oh dear God.
Is
So,
still
Brunhilder,
stupefied.
over the next 5 miles, the Drake is just looking at you very pitiful-like.
My thing.
And it keeps using its front wing claws to like try to break out of the egg. It's no longer hallucinating that it's back in the egg, but it's trying to break out of the egg.
No.
But so y'all break for the night. No need for perception checks or anything like that. But Kagan, I do need that Arcana check.
Yeah, give me a second. I forgot to add something to my gear. I meant to add it before we started it. Like
All good.
3 days ago, it should have been part of my starting equipment. So, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Just make sure
I
you
just-
buy it instead of adding it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was just making sure I wasn't like I when you said something about camping, I was like, I have a tent. Why is my tent not on my character? I remember doing this.
I'm sorry, you have a 4-person tent.
Yes.
What is your current... Okay, you're currently unencumbered. Okay. So congratulations! Y'all have a tent to sleep in.
Awesome.
Who said I'm letting you fools sleep in my tent? I got a whole setup going in here.
I mean, if not, I'm pretty sure through my years in the freaking branch of war, I've gotten used to having to just sleep on the ground sometimes.
Also, babe, did you just add all of your gear instead of buying it?
Yeah, because I was an idiot.
You also have no gear aside from your weapons and armor.
Yeah.
You'll need to fix that before the next session.
Okay. Arcana check, right?
Yep.
Alright. It is a cocked dice. That would be a 19 plus a 7, 26.
Okay, I need to double check what happens on a crit success with this. Okay.
Still stupefied.
Say what?
Am I still stupefied?
How do you get rid of stupefied? I thought it just went away naturally.
Isn't it by round?
It should be, but it doesn't say in the, it doesn't say in the add a condition thing, so... You shouldn't still be stupefied, but, I don't know. You're especially stupid, apparently, so...
I'm just going off of what you said earlier, that most conditions go away by a countdown of their whatever numbers by them. Like that's how many numbers that's how many rounds you are. Don't listen to me. I'm new to Pathfinder.
That kind of
Okay.
makes sense.
So,
Disregard.
hold on. Let's see. Okay, so stupefied does not reduce per round. It apparently is supposed to have a supposed to have a duration attached to it, which I was not aware of because most of the stuff that I'm thinking of like this is reduced at the end of the round. But so in which case, So for those of you with the memory fuck, you were just stupefied until the ram lost interest in you. K-Paw, you were stupefied for an hour from that headbutt. But you are no longer stupefied. Kagan, you know that with a crit success, you gain the, you learn all the attributes of the magic, including its name for an effect, what it does, any means of activating it, and whether or not it is cursed. The necklace is not cursed. The name of the necklace is called Ram's Blessing, capital ARAM apostrophe lowercase s, Blessing. It requires attunement, but while attuned to it, you gain a +1 bonus to recall checks.
I relay this information to the party. Is this like an actual item in Pathfinder or in
No.
Path Builder?
No, it is not.
Is there a way you can add a custom item?
Once you
With
have the
premium.
premium version, yes.
Okay, cool. Is there anyone who wants this? If not, I will gladly take it because I have probably at least 2/3 of all recall checks and proficiency. Can I English today? I don't know.
I don't know, but you can't roll a recall check to save your life currently.
Okay, fair enough. I need the help.
Maybe it'll help, yeah.
Yeah.
That +1 will make it a 6 instead of a 5.
You're welcome. I hadn't headbutted that ram, you wouldn't have the necklace.
Yeah, if you want the necklace, it was all your doing. If you want it, you can have it. I'm not gonna hoard it. But
I don't really try to recall that much.
whoever wants it,
I just kind of do stuff.
Why
just
do
know
I have
you have
the
to.
feeling that you don't have much to recall?
You know,
Just a lot of sleeping under trees.
that's insulting considering I am almost 60 years old.
I was talking about the hobgoblin.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, how old are you?
60.
Elf.
He's a half elf.
half elf.
He's still young. He retained that much of his elven bloodline.
Yeah, it's just being that old would make A, your human father is probably dead, and B, that would be
Oh, yeah.
kinda old to join the branch of Merlin as an apprentice.
Not really. I don't know. We can retcon it if we want to, but
No, if you want to be 60 years old, you can be 60 years old.
hey, listen. Has anybody watched the TV show The Rookie?
I fucking love it, and I'm upset that we haven't gotten any new episodes for this season yet.
Season 8 coming out in January.
Right, it usually starts in January and goes through the summer instead of starting in the fall and then ending before summer.
Right.
Anywho. So, aside from deciphering the necklace, nothing interesting happens through the night, and you begin your journey for the next day. Somebody other than Kagan, roll me that d12.
I have it here. Hold on.
We need another one of the necklaces.
It is a 9.
So I'm sorry. Wait, what happened?
What, the rolling of the amulet?
Oh, I, I don't. I missed what the rolling was about.
The next day.
Oh,
The
okay.
next day.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I-
I rolled a 9, so.
Yes, and 9 thing happens. You have a boring day's travel. Once again, another uneventful night. Somebody else roll the next one.
So it's a D12.
Yes.
Three.
A side conversation. Our commander, Bren, do you use a weapon?
Technically, I carry 3.
Do you have one you use the most?
Usually a long sword.
Okay. It just changes the spell that I.
Yeah. She carries on her a long sword, a halberd, and a short bow. All for their uses during different situations.
The situations.
Okay, I need to pull out a different dice set. This dice isn't actually rolling. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so you're going through, and about an hour after y'all broke for lunch, you come across 3 men and a cart. The 3 men seem to be arguing and bickering at each other as you approach. But as you listen closely, the arguing and bickering doesn't really make much sense. They're just making... At this point, it's devolved into mostly just insults against each other, and then you just see one of them poke the eyes of one of the others.
What would it be to roll for like to inspect the carts?
Perception.
Oh, just straight perception?
Yep.
Where's my 20? I lost my 20. Hold on. There it is. 13 plus. Where's my character sheet?
Plus 5.
Yeah. So 18.
18. The cart seems to have various goods. You could assume that these 3 are just general merchants. It's got some spices, some dried meats. Nothing magical or alchemical, but some lumber, things like that. One of them notices that you're inspecting their cart and just goes, "Hey, wise guy, mind your own business." And then he smacks you with a rolled up newspaper from nowhere. You take 1 point of non-lethal damage.
This you said there's like 2 people arguing?
3 people arguing.
3 people arguing.
And upon noticing Jody inspecting their cart, one of them just whacks her with a newspaper.
You seemed ready to fight a lot of people, huh? Considering your arguments.
One of the other ones pipes up, "Hey, what happens between me and my brothers is none of your business. Unless, of course, you have a solution. Do you have a solution?"
Well, it depends. What are you arguing about?
One of the other brothers pipes up, "How are they going to have a solution if they don't know the problem? You see, my dunce of a brother here," and he just stomps on his foot, accidentally let our pack mule loose.
Oh.
The one whose foot got stomped on just glares at him and kind of just wedgies his pants up and goes, "Dunce, you're the idiot who didn't secure the ropes." And the one that had whacked Jody with the newspaper turns around and says, "For the last time, it was your job," and then whacks the person who did the wedgie with the newspaper.
From what I'm guessing is it's a 2v1 kind of situation. Like it is two people are saying it's one person's fault and one person saying it's another person's fault.
Something like that.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a triangle blame.
Yeah, is it that or is it a triangle?
It is a everyone is blaming everyone.
Oh. How about here? I haven't put it on yet, and I want to see it work in action. One of you put on this necklace and try to remember what happened.
It takes an hour to attune to a magic item,
damn.
typically done during a long rest.
Damn it. Never mind.
So technically speaking, if it's something you would be using, you would have attuned to it already.
Okay, yes. And I would definitely... I forgot about the attunement part. I will definitely...
So I understand there's probably more to this. There's probably something to the story. We have no way of knowing that, though. And arguing about whose fault it is does not get you any closer to having your own back.
Do seriously none of you have a... Y'all need a wisdom-based character to join y'all.
I mean, yeah.
I'm smart, not wise. I'm 20 years old.
I have a +1 to wisdom.
But yeah, I will say this. Like I said, this campaign is meant for either 4 or 5 players. So if you know anyone else who wants to join a Pathfinder 2e campaign, see if you can't nudge them into playing something like a druid or a ranger or somebody that has a higher wisdom and is... But yeah, because I'm just like looking, and the highest passive perception amongst y'all is just 15.
Hey.
It's just like, and helping these guys is getting us nowhere closer to where we're to be.
So unless they're paying us.
Wait, hold up. Jody did roll a... What was your perception check earlier?
For the cart?
Yes.
18.
18. Roll me another perception check, and you can inform other people that you feel something is worth looking around for if you'd like.
22.
22. Perfect. You'll notice that at the feet of the people arguing, where you would expect an animal to be, is a small donkey figurine. Sorry, pack mule figurine.
Do any of you guys do magic?
Of course I do.
I meant the Three Stooges over here.
They all three just kind of look at the same time and pull from their pockets various items. One of them just pulls out a oversized bowling pin. One of them pulls out a hammer that says 100 ton on it, and one of them just pulls out a never-ending what's it called? Handkerchief. You mean like this?
Oh.
You'll
Not
notice that all the items pulled out should not fit in a pocket.
How are you? Whatever. Your
No.
donkey didn't run away. It's still there.
They all three just look around and just kind of flail their arms around, like, obviously there's not a donkey there. You notice that as they do this, the items have seemingly disappeared.
I'll just grab the figurine and just go. Unless you just randomly are carrying cargo of a donkey figurine.
The first
Something
one will
happened.
point at the second one and be like, see, I told you let it loose. The second one points at the third one and goes, no, you're the one who's responsible for keeping it charged. The third one just points to the first one and goes, well, you should have noticed it sooner.
I'm sorry, charged?
They have lost all perception of you and are and spend a solid minute bickering. They hit each other, stomp on each other's feet, flick, eye pokes, the works. Three Stooges is exactly right. This is a Three Stooges bit.
But
After about a minute, they all kind of out of breath look at you. Did you lift the figuring up or did you just point it out?
I grabbed it because when I pointed it out the first time, they didn't notice it.
Okay. One of them will walk up to you, take it from you, and go, yes, charge it. And he'll just kind of rub a hand over it, and the figurine grows to be a full-sized pack mule donkey thing. It's a poor amalgamation. The figurine was not high-quality designed. They hook it back up to their cart, and they just all look at you all and go, well, we bid you adieu. And they just ride off.
Are all the people from outside of the country eccentric?
Don't
These are
look
my
at me.
people.